Well, I have to know that the result of participating in the debate is that you need, for example, to research and you need to improve in the topic that your class participating and your class comments. For example, is this part is very well and is very large because your partners or your teacher can to for example, to discuss the problem that you comment or discuss that what do you think about that topic or about this problem exactly. And then this part is very important because you have a lot of opportunities to improve in your language and you can to learn and you can to improve in your English.
So yes, I have learned a lot of stuff participating in class because I improve my English because we have to think about critical things that we have to analyze and express our opinion or points of view. So I learn how to express myself about my thoughts, about my personal opinion about one subject, or also we learn about how to interact with others in different situations.
Well, first I think that do you need to know the subject which they are conversing, and second, do you need to pay close attention that your teacher or your partners think about whatever topic. And I think that you need to, for example, to keep your abilities, keep your skills in your improvising, because if you don't keep your skills or your abilities in, for example, in English, do you can't never to speak or do you can never to solutions your answers and your participating in class. That is very important in your grade, and your teacher can help about your abilities.
No, I can talk with more fluency and before English 4, and I can't talk with someone like I'm doing right now. And so yeah, I learned how to have confidence on myself to talk in public or with in class or with my teacher also.
Well, if I am a teacher, then I teach to my friends or to my partners that to record, for example, their ideas in English, and so that they are not sure what they are going to say and how you are going to say. Then they have to be focused on what that teacher says and what is the most important to investigate what will be discussed in class. And to finally, I think that if you can't to improvising or do you can to invent, for example, sentences, simple sentences, first do you have to learn the irregular verbs, and do you need to know the modal verbs, for example, in the past, in present, in future, or the modal verbs, for example, in past participle, in simple future, or past progressive, or whatever model.
So yes, now I can um, teach to my friends or my classmates some grammatical tips, also some um, tips to speak in public, to have more fluency, to think with our perspective, but in a way in order to explain others my perspective and try to persuade them to, like in a argumentative essay, but in exposition. So yeah, I think that.
Well, my recommendations to learning English, first, that for me, do you can to listen music in English, and do you can to watch videos and watch movies in English. In my case, that is my method to learn English. And if you don't have this method, or do you can to listen music, or do you can to watch videos in English, but it's very difficult for you, my recommendation is that do you can to investigate, for example, introductors, or to read books in English, or write sentences in English, or do you can to improvising with your friends. That is very important, that when you have your jobs or your works, you can to improvising, or to speak different words that you don't know.
Yeah, I can improve my English reading books, because in some books there are many words you haven't saw before. So if you look at and find the definition, you improve your vocabulary. And also, if you listen to music or watch movies or series in English, with maybe with subtitled English, sorry, and you learn how to listen better and to understand the words in native English, American English. So you learn how to listen. And also, if you practice your English, for example, if you met someone that is American, or some stranger or a tourist ask you about something, and you practice your English with them, you are improving yourself.